In the last episode, we saw Termicon and Prototype breach the outer defenses of the Solar Spire, and now the two Terminators are about to go toe-to-toe with He-Man and his elite Sunskin troops. Hey there, welcome to another episode of our SCI-Fi series, Termicon Sunfall, where every episode is brought to you thanks to our supporters, who help us make this show about a Terminator who fell to Earth from space and crash-landed in modern-day Miami. And now he's on a mission to take down the cult that betrayed him and destroy the sun god they worship, He-Man. This is Season 1, Episode 7, Spire War. Let's get into it. Picking up where we left off last episode, Termicon and Prototype streak towards the Solar Spire at supersonic velocity. Accompanying the shot, we hear from Termicon in a voiceover as he sets the mission parameters. We ascend not to strike, but to sever a god from his throne. The camera follows them as they fly through the array of glyph discs and past the glowing reactors until they reach the inner ring hall of the Spire, where they are immediately greeted by a sight that can only be described as hellish. Fiends of molten crystal and flaming bone prepare for battle. But before the Terminators can engage, He-Man raises a hand, and a pulse of energy erupts from the glyph at his fingertips. The ground shakes, and from the outer ring we see the sun-skinned elites emerge. These humanoids are bathed in living plasma, and each one wields a radiant weapon. Termicon wastes no time giving his orders. Prioritize disruptors. Ignore provocation. And with that, the duo charge forward. As they barrel through the ranks of sun-skinned elites, we hear from Leah and Rael back at the refuge base. Leah says, "They're breaching the upper layers." And Rael responds, "If they fail, Earth burns." Leah says, "Then failure isn't an option." Now back with Termicon and Prototype, the two Terminators move with brutal precision, taking out anchor after anchor. Their objective is to reach the core of the Spire and take down He-Man once and for all. As they fight, Termicon tells Prototype, "We're close. I can feel the core's tremor." And Prototype responds, "Objective. Eliminate structural anchors." They fight their way to the top of the Spire, where the final showdown with He-Man awaits. We hear from He-Man as the duo approaches his chamber. "You bring weapons to a furnace. You bring code to a hymn. I bring your extinction." Termicon replies, "Then I'll gift you the silence after." The two Terminators enter the core ascent shaft, where they are greeted by a massive elevator that rises to the very top of the Spire. As they ascend, He-Man's voice echoes from every direction. "Your world has chosen darkness. I will gift it light." Finally reaching the top, Termicon and Prototype step out into the core chamber, and what a sight to behold. Before them, a miniature sun hovers in the center of the chamber, suspended by solar chains. And in the midst of it all, He-Man floats above it. His form is half energy, fully fused with his glyphs. The final battle is upon us. "Your world has chosen darkness. I will gift it light." Termicon leaps forward and the battle begins. He-Man sends searing flares hurtling toward Termicon, who dances around them effortlessly, returning fire with punishing Centra pulses. Meanwhile, Prototype slams into the core supports, causing the solar orb to destabilize. Undeterred, He-Man continues his onslaught, each word a wave of heat and destruction. "I am the last sun, the first flame." But Termicon is relentless. He counters with, "You're a dying echo." Seizing an opening, Termicon punches through a glyph sigil, dispersing He-Man's projection. The real He-Man staggers, weakened but not yet defeated. From within the collapsing Spire, Prototype calls out, "Ignition imminent, evacuation advised." Despite his heavy damage, he manages to grab onto a support beam. "We finish this," Termicon tells Prototype, as he turns his attention back to the wounded sun god. The two leave the core chamber as the Spire crumbles around them. Crashing through the structure, they plummet toward the Earth below. Back at the refuge, everyone watches in suspense as a fiery trail lights up the sky. "They're falling," Rael says, his voice filled with worry. Leah whispers, "Come back." Termicon and Heman continue their battle as they fall. Fiery fragments of the Spire burn around them, creating a deadly obstacle course in the sky. But neither warrior falters. In a final act of defiance, Termicon lets out a battle cry as he overloads his core, unleashing a blinding flash of white light. And now, we must wait. Fade to black. Silence. A single blue light flickers faintly below, and that's the end of Episode 7. What happened? Did Termicon sacrifice himself to save humanity? Is this the end for the Sun God, He-Man? Or will he rise again? All these questions and more will be answered next episode. But before we go, let's hear a message from our sponsor. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Termicon Sunfall. If you want to support our channel and help us make more sci-fi action shows like this one, we've got a Patreon where you can check out our behind-the-scenes content, our blooper reels, and our exclusive podcast. Plus, there are some pretty cool perks like having your name added to our credits too. So if you want to join our awesome community of supporters, you can find that link down in the description. Until next time, goodbye.